Hello, everybody. So I don't really have a specific agenda. I'm just going to be flying around spawn, seeing what I can find. And as you probably noticed, there's an extended render distance here. And if you look in the video description, there is information about how to achieve that. There's basically the data comes from the 256K world download, and there's a bunch of plugins required to do it. Hi, cabin critters. Can't really comment on that, but I appreciate the sentiment. It's always interesting to see what changes around spawn, because most of this data is from about 2 years ago, and so into render distance on the server, you'll see the changes. Somebody went to a lot of effort to build this, and well, we'll never know. Path this way, okay. It was a fun base while it lasted. Well, they say the first one always hurts the block game mech back. Go away and left. Thank you, food. Danners go away. Danged go. Danger? Is this supposed to be danger? It's gotta be. No danger. This is so cute. Oh, these are not for noobs? Okay, that's good to know. Fuck off, noobs. Let me know. Big dick, fuck you, bitch. Okay. Fascinating. Critter asked what... I mean, I think... Maybe the keep, the mother of all keeps. Way that it was built. And the fact that Crowbar can, as I understand it, basically freehand those bases, I just don't understand. He's an artist. Unknown Route 55. So it looks like this was here, July 9th. Swear? Server? Not sure I can abide by that rule. Never. Interesting. Sometimes we can't have nice things. Why not stop and look around? Wow, here is nicer than Spawn. Yes, it is. Path this way. Some nice chunk discontinuities. Now I'm guessing probably everyone here already knows what these are, but if not, this has existed on many the terrain generation craft, but also potentially different seeds. And are is paths that were loaded in an old version of the game were loaded in a newer version. So you end up with these cool discontinuities. And they're very common near spawn. That's interesting. We'll have to check that out. To a certain extent, you can figure out what version they were from by looking at terrain attributes. Like, for example, here there's no grass, so this is most likely an alpha, generated an alpha version of the game before grass was introduced. Some more you can look at, but it gives you some idea of when this stuff was explored. Oh, looks like this has been griefed since the world download was made. Cabin Critter says apparently he's building a super secret base with some other people. Apparently it might be bigger than Sky Masons, but that would be cool. That's if that's true, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Jared asks if I'm the test server. No, I'm not. This is the live server. And the reason for the extended render, like, instructions on how to set it up locally for yourself. I'm just waiting for somebody to recognize where I'm at and come join me. Distinct. A little diversion over here. I'm betting this is griefed. Oh, we'll check that out on the way back. I'm guessing this will be griefed when we get there, but kind of interesting to know. Maybe not. I am surprised. This looks like some really old mob farm design. So you never really know, but this was probably built quite a while ago. Jared says Tubi was never on alpha. That could be. To be honest, I don't know for sure. I probably should, considering I was involved in the. So this is the sort of thing that if you're new on the server, I think honestly, escape spawn, then you. Is that any better? I turned up my mic. I'm guessing this is also Russian. Support what I want to do, and especially said my mic is broken. Huh. Okay. Not sure about that. One moment. No, not right now. There's a lot of other obsidian projects. What the fuck? Okay, I'll try to fix it. One sec. Mic check. Mic check. Okay, I think it should be fixed now. I had push to talk set up, but I disabled that, so it should be on continuously. Yeah, it could also be that. I don't know. Basically, I don't like you guys hearing me breathing when I'm not talking, but that's okay. I just will cut down on the mouth breathing. Basically, I don't like you guys hearing me breathing. Just will cut down on the mouth breathing. Oh look, a very cute rocket ship. This is from 2021, so this must be older than I thought. Yeah, here's another of these discontinuities. I'm not completely sure why this happens, but as you can see, the water level changes. I'm guessing some update. It went from like Y level, what are we at? 60 to 61, something like that. All right, here we go. This is this type of terrain is pretty cool. This, I assume, most likely was somebody traveling by boat back in an old version when there were infinite oceans, or there was basically a version of Minecraft where there were tons of oceans. The farther you got from spawn, the more oceans there were, and so that resulted in large canals basically being generated near spawn on 2B. Do we cross over the bridge, or does it continue straight ahead? Looks like it goes straight ahead. Cabin Critters asked about working dupes. I unfortunately cannot comment on that one, but good luck finding them. Hi, Microndo. This is pretty cool. I like the waterfall here. He says he trusts the path will bring food. I think he's correct. We've already gone by several other farms. And yes, Microndo, I would love to do that again. The nether spawn, I just have to figure out better camera control systems. Maybe I cut out earlier when I was talking about that. Because basically people will block your camera if you have it in a fixed location. It's kind of nice walking. If you have elytra, you maybe get in the habit of flying everywhere, but you don't really see all the small details. So walking is fun. Some food, eh? I don't know about that. See all the small details. He found Foos, apparently. It's funny, I guess they didn't want to go over the ocean for 1,000 blocks. Somebody clearly put some thought into this. I kind of wonder how they even figured that out as they were building it. Like, they must have been scouting ahead, which seems like pretty high effort to be building a road like this. I guess somebody was AFKing here. Is this some sort of AFK contraption? Doesn't seem like it would work. And in any case, you would be kicked because you're not moving enough, at least on the current plugins. U55 road. Cabin Critters asks how big my dupe stash is. My main one is probably... Let me just do some math in my head. Maybe 400 or 500 dubs, something like that. And most of that was generated using the chunk dupe, which was by far the most overpowered dupe in 2B history. I set it up to be completely AFK automated using some redstone. And it actually, I could just like set up a bunch of chests and hoppers, put what I wanted to dupe into it, and just come back a few hours later and they'd all be full. So that was very productive. The thing that limited me more than anything was actually just packaging up and deciding what I wanted to dupe than the actual duping process. Oh, you have a bigger dupe stash? Nice. I mean, I could have duped more, but like, I just didn't think I would need it. Dead head. Yeah. Okay, dead end ahead. Interesting. Yeah, that's too bad, Critter. It was pretty ridiculous. It did cause big lag spikes for everybody else whenever the dupe occurred, so I suspect that was a lot of why it was so aggressively patched, and has been. Every version of it, or many of the versions of it, have been patched since then, because it does cause lag. But for all you know, there are more dupes. There's always a dupe. Yeah, Cabin Critters says a few months ago you found a 3K dub chunk dupe stash that was rated a few weeks prior. That's quite the find. It's too bad it was not rated when you got there. And they still left him 200 dubs. I mean, that's not nothing. Ukraine suck big dick. I kind of get the impression that these are Russians, which would explain the Cyrillic earlier. Yeah, Russia, Ukraine equals Nazi. Okay. All right. I'm not sure I can leave that unanswered. Yeah, Cabin Critters asking about the Sky stash. That was basically all no-com. And what was there was actually only a small fraction of the total. Because you'd have to be kind of stupid to store your entire stash in one place. And you're saying 50K? I don't think it was 50K dubs. It was a lot, but I doubt there was nearly that many double chests in that area. Hundreds, yes. Maybe even 1,000, but I don't think it was more than that. Oh look, lightning. And yes, Joshua, I believe Zelensky was a actor, a very famous actor before he ran for president in Ukraine. I mean, if the U.S. can elect Trump, then it really goes to show that there are very few qualifications for higher office. Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head what the total count is. I could probably look it up, but I don't really want to do it right now. But yeah, what was at Sky was a very small percentage of the total. You have some Chinese and just some random signs. I wonder if he got stuck in a portal trap on the other side. No puedo creer que no esté grafeado. That's Spanish for I don't understand how this is not griefed. Asking me questions about where it's at. Yeah, I can't answer that question. Yes, I think you do want to find it, but good luck. Oops, didn't have my elytra on. Saw some furnaces down there though. Let's check that out. No, elytras are not disabled. I'm just not using them because you basically, when you're walking around, you see more of the details, and it's kind of fun to show that on stream. But yeah, does anyone speak Russian? I would love to know what this translates to. I definitely do not speak Russian. Yeah, so right now I'm about 20k from spawn. You can kind of tell the farther you get, the less destroyed things are. But I really like it in this vicinity. You're far enough away that it's not completely trashed, but you find all these little tiny builds. And stuff changes pretty frequently. So you are always finding new stuff. Cami is asking if I'm playing 1.19. I'm actually on 1.18.2. I'm using VIA version to, or actually, I'm sorry. In this case, I'm not. I'm connected directly to the server, which I think is running VIA version itself. And the only reason I'm using 1.18 and not 1.19 is that the plugins that I'm using, I don't think all of them have been ported to 1.19 yet. I'm not sure about that, Critters. Large, but I don't know the exact number. So no, Dupe has not updated from 1.12. However, it has a plugin installed server side that allows you to connect with multiple different client versions to Dupe. It's called VIA. It's probably VIA version. We don't know for sure, but that's the publicly available one that does it. And in general, no, I have not run into any problems, which is kind of shocking, actually. And the newer client versions, the performance is much better. So it's kind of hard to argue against switching. All right, I'm gonna go see what this is up here. It is nothing. Fascinating. Yeah, Cami, I would recommend switching. It's nice. Some of your old plugins are not going to work, but it's a pretty good experience. I use Meteor for the hacked client, which is decent. Like, it's definitely not a PvP client if that's what you're into, but I don't do that. So as a utility client, it works great. And it's a free and open source, available on GitHub. And I also personally use Fabric. I think Forge does work, but Fabric is the kind of more modern modding framework. So not everything's going to be compatible with that, but I've had no issues finding mods that work. Yeah, Kemi, I just looked. It is definitely open source. It's on GitHub. It's licensed under the GPL version 3. So if you're particularly paranoid, you can download it and build it yourself. Ninja Walrus, sub on YouTube. Interesting. I guess like and subscribe. Yeah, Kemi, I have no reason to believe that the binaries that they distribute are compromised in some way, but the safest way would be to build it yourself. I don't know, I find this very relaxing. Just kind of cruising through old terrain. It's very nice. Charm avoid, quit bitchin'. Yeah, Kami, I don't know necessarily how to fix that. I guess I would check two things. Make sure that you have the JDK installed for the right version of Java, and then also make sure that you're actually running the Gradle W file. I'm pretty sure they have one in there, which is Gradle wrapper, so that handles a lot of the details. Oh, this is cool. And then also, if you get a specific error message, you can usually search for it online, and like Stack Overflow is a pretty good resource for that. This is very cute. We have melons and cobblestone. This is classic new friend base material right here. Okay, yeah, if you tried with iron, I don't know. He would definitely be a good resource for that, so I'm not sure what help I could be here. Well, I guess somebody went to the effort of building an iron bar highway. That's something. Yeah, Microndro, I have been on the test server a little bit, but not that much. And this is 1.18 is the version that I'm using. I think 1.18.2 specifically. Well, this is cool. I'm guessing this is another mob spawner. It's kind of an interesting design, though. Interesting. This has to be a fake mushroom biome. Like, there's no way it would be this small. Kind of strange. Yeah, Jerker, that sounds great to me. Jersker, I guess. I'm sorry. I mispronounced your name. So yeah, today I stupidly set the latency on the stream to 1 minute. So that's kind of why there's such a delay. Usually I use low latency mode, which gives you a few seconds of delay. That was just my bad when I set up the stream today. So I think the one thing missing from the stream today is blowing up a base. So, Fitlantis? No, I don't think so. If it were, I would definitely blow it up, but it's long since griefed. I also want to make it very clear that I did not buy this kit, but it was given to me. I guess I have not been holding a totem this whole time. That's probably not wise. Anyway, I'm gonna go kill this wither. Somebody has built a rail cart here. This is a cool little island. And it seems to be made entirely of a chunk discontinuity. And colloquially, some people call them chunk errors. That's not really technically accurate. I wouldn't necessarily call them an error. It's just a discontinuity between chunks generated in different versions. All right, Jorsker, you're going to have to give us an update at some point about how that bowl was. Wow, this is remarkably ungriefed for how close we are to spawn. Maxio taxi. Interesting. That's good to hear, Jerkser. Jersker. I'm sorry, Jersker. I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, I could totally see if you're new, coming out here. We're around like 40,000 blocks from spawn. Just set up some chill little base and hang out. I think that's a great way to start on Dupe. I think some people make the mistake of going way too far because, I mean, for me at least, a lot of what makes Dupe interesting is the social interactions. And if you're hundreds of thousands or millions of blocks from spawn, it's a pain to get back home. I suppose you could have an alt, but I actually think that it's better to play close to spawn and risk your stuff getting griefed so you can actually meet people. And the other part of it is a lot of people do not want to travel millions of blocks. So say you make friends at spawn. You invite them to your base and your base is like 5 million blocks away. That's quite the commitment to travel. So you're not going to get a lot of people who want to do that. Cami asked the key to open Meteor. I think it's right shift. At least that's what is bound for me. No, you're good. I'm just kind of mumbling on. That's what I struggle with the most when streaming, is what to talk about. I'm not very good at the whole stream of consciousness thing. I think a critical skill to being a good streamer is the ability to just talk about nonsense, nothing really, for hours at a time. And I do not have that skill. Well, thank you, Cami. I appreciate it. If I could go back and experience what it was like to play on here for the first time, I would do that. It's so magical when you're new. So many unknown things to discover. But at some point, you learn a lot of it, and then it's no longer a mystery. But there are still mysteries on Dupe. Yeah, this is one of these endless oceans I was talking about earlier, where it was all generated in the version of Minecraft where the farther you got from spawn, the more water there was. It's actually quite annoying when you're trying to travel, like say you're traveling in the Nether, you want to go overworld to, like, I don't know, get a horse, find something overworld. A lot of the time you randomly end up in a bunch of ocean, and then you have to decide, do you want to try to find land near you, which could be a ways away, or do you go back in the Nether? I know it's a minor annoyance, but it's definitely annoying. I don't think I can answer that question. I'm sorry, Cabin Critters. I guess we'll see if this is blown up when it comes into render distance. No, it looks pretty intact. Maybe, sort of. It's definitely been destroyed a little bit. See, shit like this is why I love Spawn. Just find random little builds. And then even when they are griefed, they turn into their own form of artwork. Yeah, Cammy, that's too bad. ViaForge does... Well, okay. Don't know if I can even connect to Dupe without ViaForge. So you should be able to if you're running like 1.12. That'll work fine. But yes, a lot of old plugins do not work with 1.18 or 1.19. Looks like another mob spawner. And this might be one of the ugliest bases I have ever seen. What is this? It's ridiculous. Jersker, yes, I am a spawn mason. Uh-oh. I think I may have outstayed my welcome when it comes to memory. So the plugin I'm using for extended render called Bobby seems to have a memory leak in it, and so after about an hour of flying around, it starts swapping like crazy, and probably my game will crash in a few minutes. So I might have to end the stream pretty soon. We shall see. Polish Frog asks for the best... Oh, wait. Oh, Polish Frog says grinder is the best way to find base mates on 2B. Yes, I can confirm that. That is very true. I mean, because let's be real, it's all dudes on 2B, so that's your best bet. Yep, you can probably see the dropped frames. All right, well, I'm going to land here, and then I think it's time to wrap up the stream. All right, well, thank you for tuning in. Wait, is that actually how you found your base mates? I don't believe you. If so, that's amazing. Anyway, that's all for tonight. Hope you have a great evening, and see you later.